Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tea Time News. My name is Borin Sojtheary, and I will be the news anchor for today's breaking news. There's a hot topic that has been talked by many all over Verona, one of the Italian city. Juliet, in the age of 14, the only descendants of the Capulet's families, resisted and denied the marriage that was arranged by her families to Count Paris, who is a wealthy, handsome nobleman, a kinsman of Prince Aeschylus, and the one who asked for this marriage. This is not a simple case of cold feet. The marriage was arranged in the shadow of recent tragedies. Just days ago, following the recent violent death of her cousin Thibault, Juliet was deep in mourning. It was in the state of grief that her parents, Lord and Lady Capulet, met with Count Paris. In a closed-door meeting, the grieving Lord Capulet, perhaps seeking stability for his daughter and families, made a swift and decisive agreement. He promised Juliet's hands to Count Paris, and in a move that has shocked many, set the wedding date for this coming Thursday, giving the young bride barely 2 days' notice. When informed of these arrangements, the scene turned explosive. Lady Juliet reacted strongly, refusing to comply. This sparked a furious confrontation with her parents. Lord Capulet, enraged by her defiance, erupted in a torrent of threats and insults, even threatening to disown his only daughter if she disobeyed him. Juliet's resistance has disappointed her family and become the talk of Verona. But is her refusal simply youthful rebellion, or is there more beneath the surface? Right now, we may be scratching only the surface. There can be some hidden truth behind this. So, to get to know the full story and to dig below the surface, we're going to give this time to our correspondent Vannary to investigate more. So, let's give it up to Vannary.
Greeting everyone, I'm a new reporter from the Verona city, and today I'm here in Capulet Mansion. I'm going to investigate it and interview everyone that involved in this situation, how they feel, and their point of view about Lady Juliet married Count Paris. And as you can see, the mansion atmosphere has been divided into two parts. The first part is the mansion has been beautifully decorated with fresh flower that preparing for the wedding, and another tension also rising due to the wedding just like days after Lord Tibet died. And we also here to confirm the allegation of Lady Juliet is forcing to marry Count Paris and her having a secret lover. Some anonymous bystander has been sending us a video about Lady Juliet meeting a mysterious man in the middle of the night. We're going to interview her and ask her about this topic. And this is all for the summarizing. We are now moving to the interview part. So Lady Juliet and her nurse has been spotted in the garden, so now I'm going to interview her and her nurse first. As of now, we have like Lady Juliet and Lady Juliet nurse. So Lady Juliet nurse, as someone who been close to her since she was young, how do you feel like about this situation? What your honest like feeling about this?
So, I love Juliet like my own child, but I fear for her. She's hurting more than people can realize. I only want her safe and alive, not pushed faster than her heart can handle.
Are you in favor of this marriage?
I only pray she is given time. A forced heart is a dangerous thing, so let her heal before making choices she can't undo.
Thank you for your mistake. And now we have Lady Juliet over here. I'm gonna interview her and ask her about this like situation. So, Lady Juliet, with the preparation about your wedding are being decorated right now, how do you feel about situation?
I have not say anything. I'm being controlled. I feel so trapped.
So, Lady Juliet, like some people say that you have been like acting and distant yourself, refusing to speak with Count Paris. Is there any reason why you don't want to marry him?
I just feel that it feel too soon. My cousin just died and they're expecting me to be happy and marry the Lord.
Thank you for answering the question, Lady Juliet. So now moving on to another question. There has been a rumor of you refusing to marry Count Paris due to you having a secret lover. There also been an anonymous submitted of a video of you meeting a secret mysterious man during midnight. Can you confirm or deny this allegation, Lady Juliet?
Uh, uh, I I just want peace, and people keep making up rumor about me, and they just see things and twist it, and I only went out to grieve and please no more question.
It seems that Lady Juliet are unable to answer the question, and we still don't know if the allegation is true or not. And right now, we're going to moving on and going to interview another person that involved in this situation. It seems their comparisons are over there, so I'm going to interview him about this marriage situation. Quentin Count Paris, and it seems that you're looking at the beautiful decoration that decorated for your marriage with Juliet. How do you feel about the Lady Juliet refusing your marriage?
I don't understand her at all. I have shown her nothing but patience and respect, and I and she's still resisting the marriage. I hope that she will change her mind eventually.
If Lady Juliet still don't want to marry you, would you still going through with it?
I believe that she's simply just mourning her cousin death, and I hope she will feel better and then accept this marriage eventually.
Thank you, Count Paris, for agreeing to this interview. Oh, Lord Couplet is over there, and I'm going to interview him question. Like, Lord Couplet, Quentin Lord Couplet, you seem to determined for Lady Juliet to marry with Count Paris immediately. What the urgency?
I have enough with that disobedient child. Count Paris is a perfect match. He's a noble man. Our family needs stability after Thibault's death. She will marry him. I have no more discussion.
So, Lord Couplet, some people say that forcing Lady Juliet to marry Count Paris is an emotional pressure. Do you care about Lady Juliet's feeling at all?
Feeling? She don't know what she wants. I am her father. I know what's best for her.
So that's the end of the interview. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Vannary, for your report. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, after hearing this report, it must be very shocking to you. However, we hope that this issue can be resolved. We know how hard it must be for Juliet and her families. Right now, let us get back to our showroom to discuss further about this case, and Professor Tepi will be joining us today. Professor Tepi is a psychologist who has finished her PhD in the fields of psychology, specializing in human behavior. Greeting, Professor Tepi. Very much honored to have you here. So, Professor, about the arranged marriage between Count Paris and Juliet, what do you think about this marriage, and what are your thoughts about what happens? We would like to hear your thoughts on this. So, please, Professor.
Thanks, Terry, for the questions. And after what we've seen earlier, we can see that the Capulet forced their daughter to marry Count Paris, even though she begged desperately for her parents to change their mind, but it was to no avail. After witnessing that predicament, we can assume that Juliet lived in a society where it is a societal norm for daughter to have little say in marital decisions, and to make things even worse, her father threatened to disown her if she still refused the marriage, and this illustrates the patriarchal pressure that she faced as a daughter and also as a woman. But what made her father behave this way? I believe that it's because of his ambition for family connection with Lord Paris, and Lord Paris is a bearer of noble status, and he's most importantly he's also a kinsman of Prince Escalus, and because of his hunger for family connections and status, these factors overrode his affection for his beloved daughter Juliet and result in Juliet having immense grief.
Thank you, Professor, for these wonderful explanations. But if I may add, how do you think Juliet was feeling at that time when she received news about Thibault's death?
Thank you, Thierry, for these questions. And we have to receive another news from our private investigator that the person whom Juliet met in the middle of the night was actually Romeo. And from the video that we have seen, we can see that they were very close with each other. So we can assume that they are actually secret lovers. And another thing to take into account is that Tibor was killed by Romeo. So we can assume that at that time, Juliet must have felt very conflicted because once Romeo was her secret lover, and two, Tybalt was her beloved cousin, and she must have felt very torn between choosing family love and her devotion to her lover.
Thank you, Professor Tepi, for being here with us today. We're very much honored to have you here. And thanks to Ms. Vannary for being our correspondent for today. Thanks to all the interviewees for your cooperations. I believe this is all for today. Once again, I am Borin Sojtheary, a news anchor of Tea Time News. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone is safe and have a good day.